Good afternoon, everyone. I will do my best to speak as loudly as possible. I don't talk very loudly generally, and I'll do my very best to talk in an accent that you'll understand. My name's Melvin Benn, as Alan has said, and I'm a music promoter from England, and who, in the main, I specialise in creating and promoting music festivals. I've got festivals throughout the United Kingdom, as well as in Ireland, as well as in mainland Europe. And those of you that are familiar with Great Britain and the United Kingdom, you will realise that we're part of Europe, but we're on an island separate from mainland Europe. So I have festivals throughout the UK, Ireland and mainland Europe. In the USA, I previously promoted festivals in New York City, Boston, Chicago and San Francisco when I created Irish music festivals during the 90s. Since then, as Alan said, I've had a 10-year hiatus where I've not been promoting in the USA and putting festivals on in the USA, but I have been looking throughout that period to create a more diverse music festival. The festivals that I created here previously were very narrow in their music policy, and so I've been looking since then to create a more diverse music festival. And the South East really is the particular opportunity. There are a number of major music festivals in the USA, but nothing in the South East, and Orlando really is the perfect space for it, I believe. And therefore I'm very pleased to be here, making the announcement, and expressing my happiness at being made so welcome by Mayor Dyer, of course, and his team, and I must obviously express my condolences to Mayor Dyer for his the sad loss of his father-in-law. But Alan Johnson, the perfect stand-in, has stepped in and made that welcome abundantly clear to me prior to this, and obviously to yourself too. A festival is an ever-changing event year on year. It's not fixed, and it requires development, it requires time to become part of an area's calendar, and that is very much my intention here in Orlando, to create an annual festival each year to take place during the Veterans Day weekend, certainly in the first 4 to 5 years, the Veterans Day weekend each year, which is in the second weekend. It falls very well for us over the next 4 or 5 years, in the second weekend of November. And this year's festival, as Alan said, will be 3 days across 11th, 12th and 13th of November. The festivals I promote in Europe are, in the main, very long established. Some of them have been established since 1971, 1972. Some of them slightly younger, just 10, 15 years old. But they have become very well established and very much part of the calendar and culture of the UK society. And I hope, therefore, that the festival I'm going to create here in Citrus Park will very much become equally important in a music lovers calendar. Music lovers from both here in central Florida, but from further afield as well, of course. The festivals I create vary in size, from 35,000 people a day to 180,000 people a day is my largest one, albeit that 180,000 people all actually camp, and I create one of the largest cities in Europe for that period. And I hope that in time we will be looking we'll be looking, certainly I will in time be looking for to beat that record of 74,635 that I saw on a wonderful picture as I was walking through, and I will certainly be looking for that figure of 74,636 to be here at least one of the days during the coming years. That said, for year one, of course, I'm hoping that we will be pushing 45,000 a day for the 3 days, building to that 74,636 each day in 3 to 5 years' time. Musically, it does, of course, remain to be seen who I'm going to put on, but I do intend to You put all the major acts on that have become very much part and parcel of what my festivals have become. And believe me, the major acts are very familiar with playing my festivals and very comfortable with their managers, their agents. They will have, I feel, a good deal of comfort in the fact that it is me creating a festival here in Orlando. But it will, the acts, of course, will need to reflect what sells, both locally and what will sell and draw people into the city. It will need to have that mix of popularity for both local people and for the visitors to the town. There is obviously a valuable music scene in the city, and I hope that some of the local musicians, some of the local guys I've been listening to, such as Hindu Cowboys, Mike Dunn, Matt Butcher, for example, will also feel that this is very much a place for them to be performing and will enhance their careers too. I haven't set a date to announce the acts and the ticket prices yet, but I do hope it will be sometime just before the local Florida Music Festival that takes place downtown, and I'm hoping therefore it'll be just towards the beginning of April. At that point, I do hope that you will all come back and join me, where I'll be able to release the name of the acts and set the ticket sales on rolling, and be the very first time that we create an actual annual festival for the citrus pub here in Orlando. Thank you very much.